A very good morning, students. Welcome you all to the maths class. So, students, in our today's class, we are going to learn about a new topic from the chapter Shapes and Patterns. And the topic is about pattern and its types. Alright? So, in our previous class, we learned about types of lines, plane shapes, and about what? Solid shapes. Alright? We have learned about the solid shapes having faces, edges and vertices. Now here in today's class we will learn about pattern and its types. So children, at the end of this class you will be able to identify patterns everywhere. So now let us understand first what is a pattern. Pattern is nothing, it's a design. Okay? A pattern is a set of shapes, plane shapes. Yes, numbers or letters that are repeated in a particular order. So we can say that repetition of basic shapes, numbers, letters create a pattern. So pattern is a what? It's a design. When we look around, we find pattern everywhere. We can find pattern in nature, we can find pattern in around us. We can find pattern at our home and everywhere. Alright, so it is what? It is a pattern is a design. Clear? Now, here you see, there are two types of pattern. That is man-made patterns and natural patterns. Man-made patterns are made by the human being. As I have given the example, that is rangoli. Yes, zebra crossing, floor tiles. These are some examples of man-made patterns. Next come to natural patterns. In nature, we can find patterns. We find patterns on leaves. We find patterns on flowers. We find patterns on butterflies. We find patterns on birds, animals, etc. Okay? In our home also we can find patterns everywhere. Where curtains we can find patterns, doors we can see the patterns, the window grills we can see patterns, then floor we can find patterns. Yes, bedsheet we use, there we can find patterns. The dresses we wear, there also we can find patterns. So I have said pattern is nothing, it's a repetition of the basic shapes, letters and numbers. Okay, so man-made patterns, natural patterns. Man-made patterns are made by the human beings. Natural pattern, we find patterns on nature. Clear, children? Now here you can see, look at this image. Patterns on butterfly, patterns on giraffe and zebra. So butterfly, it's a natural pattern. Giraffe and zebra having pattern, it is a natural pattern. Okay, see the dots, giraffe having dots, body part, then zebra stripes. These are what? These are pattern. Okay, so as I have already explained, in nature we can find patterns on animals, leaves, birds, butterflies, etc. Clear? So these are the example of natural pattern. Now, man-made patterns. Rangoli, made by the human being. Zebra crossing, made by human being. These are man-made patterns. So from this image easily we can understand that pattern is nothing, it is a design. Okay, it is a design. So these are some examples I have shown you regarding a natural pattern and man-made patterns. I hope it is clear to everyone. Yes. So when a pattern is a set of shapes, numbers, letters in a repeated order, clear, in a particular sequence. So repetition of basic shapes, numbers, letters is a create a what? Pattern. Okay. So children, now here see there are different types of patterns. First one, repeating patterns. Second one, growing and increasing patterns. Next, increasing and repeating patterns. Next one, decreasing patterns. Next, decreasing and repeating patterns. Pattern with direction, and at last, number patterns. So these are different types of patterns. Okay. Here only I have written the names, and I will explain it to you in our next live class. These different types of patterns. So children, today only you learn it, the meaning of patterns, and where we can find patterns in around us. That things you learn it. I hope it is clear to everyone, the meaning of patterns and its types. Types of patterns only I have given the points. This one I'll explain to you in the next live class with examples. Okay children? Yes? So in our today's class we learn about a meaning of pattern and its types. Yeah? So next class I'll continue with the types of patterns. Thank you.